exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Patriots going up against the Lions. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. You have to wonder where their heads are at as they come in winless on the year at 0-10.
I think a lot of people expect rebuilding years to occur, but I don't think people expect to go 0 for the season in terms of wins.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, it's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had one season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not.
And right away, he lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Washington, his first carry. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Back to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Dante Hightower is a prototypical run-stuffing inside linebacker who has the ability to go to the edge and rush the passer, and there's no better example than when he had the strip sack against Matt Ryan in Super Bowl 51.
So completion on second down, that brings up third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Right back to Washington. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Washington. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first, here's Washington. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams that say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Running it, Washington. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Washington on third and short. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So we're through a quarter here on Thanksgiving Day. 0-0 our score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know what we...
Eddie Lacy, see you later. The 40. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And this is Lacy, who remains down on the ground and shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it here. This is James White. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back. On 3rd down, it's White, and he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Brady now on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster. Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case.
What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Staying on the ground with Washington. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They slowed out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now Brady. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dean. A gain of 6 there on first. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To the right and complete to Galladay. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Now let's go. Green, 35.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete to Washington. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The final shot before half for Brady. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA halftime report.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. on the give. This is Washington. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ten yards still left on second down. Looking to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is caught inside the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
This will be taken in at the 1. Uses the spin. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Again, it's Lacy. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Brady. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Brady connecting with Cooks for the Patriot first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about it.
It's caught. inside the 25. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 46 yards.
Well, there it is. Brady connecting with Gronk, but at this stage of the game, this is kind of late for them. I'm used to this happening right out of the gate.
Yeah, and we were thinking we would see this per usual. First quarter, definitely second quarter, but not the case.
And their offense not moving the ball like they normally do. They're losing the game. Those two need to get together and fast.
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Brady now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll try to pound it in with Lacy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Eddie Lacy, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots can take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll bang that one through. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by a touchdown run coming from Eddie Lacy. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
They're going to look to throw. That's caught by Galladay. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Set! Blue lining! Blue lining!
A handoff for Washington. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Dante Hightower. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go! 3-19!
So 2nd and goal here from the 9. Now Washington, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
6 yards puts them right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on the play of the game now, 4th and goal. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw is Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Brady got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead, barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Brady to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down now after the incompletion. Back to throw, Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Lions, the streak is over as they finally get a win after 10 losses to start the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.